Hey guys, it's Austin here, and I'm with my friend Link.
Hey guys.
So today we're gonna be recapping the first episode of The Mandalorian and talking about the second episode. Then we're gonna be discussing some other things if there's enough time. So we
Um,
did we
well,
did
can
record last week, but I done
so
goofed.
can we can we just settle this? We haven't really recorded in a few weeks, or we've recorded. It
But
just
never
hasn't.
posted.
Yeah, it hasn't worked out. Like the recording software we were using, um, wasn't really working when you go past a certain time. It would stop recording or delete the recording, or it couldn't handle it or whatever. So we found that zone, and that zone is around 1 hour and 15 minutes, right, William?
Yeah.
And so we're gonna try to get an episode up this week.
All right. So we're gonna start off with recapping The Mandalorian, the first episode.
Yeah,
So
it's funny because we had a conversation about this last week.
yeah, so we're just gonna kind of just quick overview of it. Pretty much, you and I both rated it like I think I rated it like an 8. You rated like a 7, or
I
was it
gave it a
vice versa?
you gave it a 9. I gave it
I gave it
no
a 9.
no I gave it a 9. You gave it an 8, and then I said, oh wait, I think it's actually an 8. So I think we both gave it 8s.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of really just discussed how Mandalorian's actually bad at
Yeah,
fighting.
like he's just not a good Mandalorian.
He's not very strong. He gets beat up and relies on the armor too much.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
that's something that
also
they're doing on purpose to
we
make his
also
character get like beat up eventually or something.
maybe I don't know. Maybe he's gonna be really cool one day. I mean, we
Maybe.
talked about how Mandalorians usually rely on their technology a lot, but then at the
hmm
same time, most of them are really good fighters,
Yeah,
and this guy just has the technology. We also talked about the new character. I forget his name.
the Marshal.
He was really cool. He's actually from the comics and Legends, I think.
We also talked about how it's really weird him wearing Boba's armor.
Yes, and we
Doesn't
talked
fit
about.
him.
Okay, let's stop saying we talked about. Let's talk about what we were talking about.
Yeah, no, but like
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much,
yeah.
but like him wearing Boba's armor just doesn't look like it fits him right. It's
Yeah,
so he's so like tall, and I don't know how tall he is, but he seems like thinner and taller.
yeah, and part of it is missing, like the flight suit or whatever.
Yeah,
So I feel like that changes the look too. But I've always thought this. I always thought Boba Fett's helmet looked stupid on him just because it was way too big.
yeah. I mean, I think the helmet looked fine on the Marshal though.
I did too.
You know, we
Um,
finally saw some Womperats.
and we finally saw a Kree dragon on the screen.
I'm pretty sure
But
the Womperats are more
Womp
important.
rats, yeah, Kree dragons are cool. And we talked about the possibility of Boba Fett being the bad guy or maybe the good guy. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, Boba, all you see of him is just like, well, he might not even be a character, to be honest,
Yeah.
because he was just on Tatooine. You didn't hear or see anything about it in the second episode.
Well,
So,
honestly, though, uh, we talked that or Ahsoka. There's been talk about Ahsoka being in this season, right?
yeah.
And you and I both came to the consensus. I thought that Ahsoka needs probably to fight someone more powerful than the what's his name, Moff
Moff
Gideon.
Gideon.
Yeah.
But he has the
So
dark saber. Clearly, he can beat up a Jedi, right? That's how it works.
no.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Lincoln, come on now.
So they
Jedi's
might.
weak, man.
So there's multiple possibilities that could be had there, right?
hmm
Uh, Darth Maul is no longer in the picture, so he could not be a possibility.
Well,
Boba Fett,
yeah. He's dead.
Boba Fett is a possibility for sure, now that we know he's
Yeah,
alive. Um, they might bring in I don't know, they might bring in some stuff from Legends with, like, the Emperor's Force-sensitive guards, and they could be a thing or something. I think
I don't know. That might be too much of a
I think
challenge for the Mandalorian, to be honest.
Thrawn Thrawn is still alive, maybe.
And yeah, like the Outer Rim, right?
Maybe, because I think Ezra's still alive too.
We also talked about how the Tusken Raiders are getting a lot of showtime. I mean,
Yes.
I usually hate Tusken Raiders, but thanks to the Mandalorian, I don't hate them as much.
What's that one guy that in Legends that turned into he was like a Sith Lord, but he was originally a Tusken Raider Jedi? You know who I'm talking about?
I don't remember his name, but I do know what you're talking about. Let's see, Tusken Raider Jedi. Let's see here.
Darth Crate.
The,
He turns into Darth Crate.
wow, Crate. Yeah, I see that. Tusken Raider became a Jedi, then Darth Crate. The Dark Horse Star Wars comics. There was once a Jedi during the prequel era. Star Wars films originally a Tusken Raider from Tatooine. Well, you're saying he's Darth Crate. Because the Crate Dragon.
Oh, I didn't ever think about that. The Crate Dragon Crate.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's not related, but it's pretty interesting that it's Crate, you know?
You know what? That's another possibility they could bring in.
Darth Crate?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Darth Crate was said in the prequels, right? So that man is
No, no,
dead, right?
no, no. He was after um Sidious and Vader.
Uh,
He became
uh,
evil because of Vader, I think.
yeah, because he killed his family in episode 2, right? Clearly, that's what happened.
No, something happened along the lines, like his hatred for Darth Vader turned him evil or something. But we all we heard a rumor and we were talking about it that Disney is slowly gonna make the sequel trilogy not canon.
That would be pretty cool.
And that would be pretty cool. And that could be a way of doing it. I doubt they would do something that extreme because we still don't know. It's still a rumor, but
If they did the I forgot what's called, but was it the Yusan Vong or something like that?
yeah, the
If they did
race
that
that had
instead,
like I didn't really like that. That was kind of weird.
you know, like the way Chewie goes out.
I just don't like them. They're just kind of overpowered.
Well, I think it's better characters than what's in the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, but I'd rather like what I guess Luke is really good in that.
Well, I mean, the only thing is like it's either in Legends where there's still more Jedi, or this sequel trilogy where they kill the Jedi.
Yeah, but there's still way more stuff before that, like with it's not Ben Solo. It's is it?
I
It's
think it
like
is Ben Solo. Actually.
uh
Oh yeah, is he Ben Solo because of Ben Kenobi?
I don't know.
It's just something to think about. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to do something that drastic, but it'd be
Jason
cool.
Jason Solo.
I would prefer that they had
And then
Mara Jade though.
there's Ben Skywalker.
Oh, is it Ben Skywalker? What is it?
Uh-huh.
Mara Jade, man.
And it is in honor of Ben Kenobi.
Yeah, I mean, I think like I just said her name twice, but Mara Jade would have been better than Ray. Like You can have a
Yeah.
RJ instead of Ray, even though RJ's like not like I guess as powerful as Ray, because Ray's just overpowered. Also, I know
Um,
the way they killed the Krayt dragon is kind of dumb.
yeah, I agree with that.
Like it was really drawn out. It was like I think I said when we were recording it last week there was like a 20-minute scene of them just trying to kill this Krayt dragon.
It felt like a long time, but it did not feel like 20 minutes of me watching it.
Let's see here. When does it start? I'm looking at it right now. Like they get there, and they start like preparing at like the 38 mark, and they kill it. Like by the time that they're like scavenging its corpse is at like 48. So actually, maybe it's like 10 minutes. My bad. But like I mentioned this before, the way that they end up killing it with like the bombs in it is what they should have done originally.
Yeah, with the uh, band.
Yeah, just have like a bantha with it on and have it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Would have saved a lot of lives.
I've really wanted to rewatch Star Wars recently. Like, I'm not the type of person, like, I'll probably watch, like, I don't rewatch the whole entire series each year. I don't do that. I'll watch, like, multiple Star Wars movies each year. Like, but they're usually the same movie because I like the same movies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch episode 3, which is, uh, well, I guess you could say either or in the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy, because I really like those movies. Those are my two favorite. So
I would
I'll
say
watch those quite a bit.
I don't know. I see myself watching Revenge of the Sith a lot more than any other Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So you want to hop onto the next episode? Is
Not
there any
really.
last remarks about
It was
the
really
first
good.
one?
It was a super good start to the series. I really enjoyed it. It got me excited for the next one.
Which I know you texted me you didn't like the second one.
I did not like the second one. It was
Um,
dumb.
I
I don't.
let's
So
before
my
doing the
thought,
complete overview, let's go through it and then we'll see. Actually, you know what? Actually, give me your first impression.
like rating or impression.
Both.
Impression. We only get like 8 episodes each season. Waste of an episode.
So I would say a lot of it was I think the action scenes were nice. It's just like kind of the plot for this episode was kind of lacking. Like I
Baby
don't
Yoda
like the
pissed me
frog
off.
character. Yeah, Baby Yoda actually really made me angry. I was like, bro, stop this kid from eating those eggs.
Like everybody's like, it's okay. It's just Baby Yoda. No, I wanted to kill Baby
Well,
Yoda.
people were saying that was really cute, and I was like, man, Baby Yoda's literally eating babies right now. It's like, bro.
Yeah, he was literally eating like.
Well, they were unfertilized, but like, I mean, those were potential. Um, like literally the frog the whole time saying like, "Oh, I need to get these to my
Yeah,
husband so they can
so
be
I can
fertilized,
have
and
an
I can
opportunity to have children.
and like continue their bloodline, which is very important, I guess, to those creatures." And Baby Yoda's just eating them.
It made me literally want Mando to shoot Baby Yoda. I was okay if he like got sucked out into the void of space.
I was like, "Can you just put Baby Yoda in like that one room and just lock it?"
Yeah, for real. That made me
And
upset. And also the okay, we forgot to talk about something.
what do we
We
forget to
talked
talk about?
about even though there wasn't that big of a presence on Tatooine,
Oh
that
yeah, we talked about how the New Republic sucked.
yeah, the void of the Empire is gone, and that's what led to the mining colony coming. Actually, the void of the Hutts, the Hutt clan,
Yeah, because
specifically
Luke
Jabba.
in Revenge of the no Return of the Jedi destroys pretty much the Hutt family and the Empire.
Well, yeah, he destroys Jabba, which is the head of the Hutt family and like the most
But yeah,
powerful, and leaves like the other Hutts to fight over it.
well, actually, Leia killed uh, Jabba.
Well, yeah, but that's
It was a
still like,
Skywalker victory.
yeah. So that void is there, and it's really interesting to see that the Republic or the New Republic has not doesn't have enough power to fill the void that the Empire had. And we
They
talked about
never really have the power to do that. Like even the First Order just like takes over. I know we compared it to like the vacuum of power that allowed for Hitler to take
yeah.
control.
Well, that's definitely a good correlation. Not that we definitely like the new trilogy, but so after World War One, where Germany and what other nations?
You're
Was
trying
it
to remember who like the
was it
Central Powers
Russia?
were?
Was it Russia? No, it wasn't Russia, was
Wait,
it?
what do you mean? What are you trying to?
Yeah, so what was Germany? Germany had someone else on their side that was the Axis powers, right?
Well, no, the Axis is World War
Or
II. The Central Powers is
okay.
the Central Powers were comprised of Germany, Austria-Hungary,
Yes, Hungary.
I think Bulgaria, Austria-Hungary. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, this is a good example of how, like, after the Germans pretty much got screwed by France or whatever, because France is stupid and France should not exist. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I don't know how they got screwed by France
I
though
mean,
in that
because France
situation.
pushed for, well, technically France pushed for more heavier regulations on the Germans and like heavier debt to
Yeah.
be paid by the Germans because France felt cheated and
Well,
wanted
literally, what
payback.
they did to Germany was like, hey, literally, you're the only one who's actually going to take the hit for this. You didn't even start the
Yeah,
war, but you're going to take the full brunt of this. They literally said that Germany had like to sign that they were the ones to take like all the blame. It's like,
yes,
wow.
and that really like stacks up a little bit, even though there's little remains of the ideas. Those remains would eventually become the First Order or the Nazis. So
Yeah.
it is an interesting story because it does line up with history. And I do like that. I just wish they would have handled the order a little better.
Well, yeah, the First Order is literally just like remnants of the Empire.
And I do not like what they did with the Sith Eternal Empire because it's not really that way. Like,
Yeah.
because there was an easy correlation between the Empire and the First Order, but um as as far as I know, the Germany did not revert back to the Empire. Like, like an Empire status, like so like the Sith Eternals. So I
No.
don't think that's really the right move to make because
Well, I mean,
Star
they're not
Wars.
completely basing it off of history, but like
Well, yes, but
pretty much what
Star
we're
Wars
saying
is
is
like,
that the First Order was able to grow in power because there was this vacuum of space because the New Republic couldn't do anything really.
well, my thing is, if you are going to base it off of history, why don't you like fully base it off of history and not like just add this and there and that and there, because it makes for a better story. Because, like, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from. I don't know if I want it to be like exactly the same
Well, not
because
exactly the same because it's not exactly the same, but
yeah,
the concept is pretty significant. Star Wars in general is based off of like George Lucas. He's like has some Christian ideas, and he also has some like Mother Nature ideas or whatever. Like how the Force is within everybody, and like
yeah.
that sort of stuff. So, um, I actually had a conversation with someone about this, and it was what is the Force like? What is Star Wars? Lucas based it off of like Christianity or whatever because it's like always like there's some aspects that relate
We're
to.
getting philosophical here,
Well,
man.
yeah, there's some aspects that relate to Christianity, like
Well, yeah,
for
no, I would say that.
example, like Anakin and Jesus, they both were born by just a mother, right? But
Mhm.
then there's also like oh, the earth and all around us is all connected, you know?
Yeah.
So it's more based on pantheism. Um,
Or is it
so
animism? Isn't that like if I remember right, let me Google animism just to
uh,
make
I
sure I
w-
know what I'm talking about.
I would say it's pantheism because I just looked up the definition of pantheism because I thought you would ask that. Doctrine which identifies God with the universe or regards the universe as a manifestation of God. So basically, the God and universe is one, which would therefore be the force.
Mm-hmm. But like when you were saying like with nature and all this, I thought of animism, which is pretty much the
Yeah,
belief in a supernatural power that organizes and animates the material universe.
yeah. Which is the Native Americans, correct?
Yeah.
So that's a little different because I'm trying to think. Um, that's kind of like the universe has a voice, and it's not necessarily like really like God's, I would say. You know,
Yeah.
I would say yeah. But if you look at Star Wars is based a lot in part by life and like religions and different religions. It's just like a culmination of like the world into even though it's in a galaxy far a long time ago in a galaxy far away, it's kind of like a future world in our minds, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
They must have
so
not been reading the history books because they allowed the events of history to play out, like with the First Order coming to power.
no, we must have not been reading about Star Wars history,
Oh, you're
obviously,
right. Yeah,
because it was a
my
long
bad.
time ago in a galaxy far away. Come
You know
on,
what?
William.
There's time travel. I bet.
No, this isn't Endgame.
Oof.
I'm glad.
So
Um, yeah, sorry, I went on a tangent about something completely different. I don't know why I did that.
man.
What,
Yes,
but what,
this
what sparked that comment I made? I don't know. Oh,
talking about Hitler. That's what
yes,
sparked the comment. You went.
and the
We went
power
from
vacuum. Okay,
power vacuum in Star Wars
okay,
to.
this is the point I was gonna make. After all
Oh,
that,
that wasn't even the
so,
point. Okay.
so no, I just got off track with the So with the absence of power, you can see the
Mining Collective.
well, not even that because we already talked about that.
Yeah.
But the new rebellion is becoming more of a controlling force, you know? They're becoming something that the empire was.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're like, "Oh, we're going to need your ID." And he's like, "Well, I thought I could just travel through here." And they're like, "No. You have to give us your
Well, I
information."
mean, those were okay. Let's just before you continue with that, let's hop into episode 2 completely
That's
now
what I'm
because
talking
you're
about. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you
So
want to talk about it a little bit more. Okay, so before we get to that point, you want to talk about the episode in general?
yeah.
Okay,
You
well,
you personally didn't like it.
I
I
personally did
already
not
said
like
that
it.
the plot was kind of iffy, but like the action pieces of it were good.
Even the
Um,
action I didn't necessarily like because I don't know, I'd give it a 6, a 5 or 6 out of 10.
well, what do you think about the first scene where they set up an ambush for Mandalorian?
An
They destroy his
ambush.
speeder.
That was dumb. I hated that, and I don't know why that one little guy took the jetpack because there's obviously a setup.
Yeah, that was a
Like,
bit
that
of
was
a
stupid.
like stupid. Yeah, I mean, he was getting beat up in that fight too, and these guys were just like I mean,
And
it was kind of
I will say this forever. Uh, Djarin or whatever his name is an idiot for not taking off his helmet. That's never been a thing.
yeah. I
Never been
don't
a thing.
remember that being a thing.
But then we also talked about how it may be a new thing because the Mandalorians are always like killed or whatever, and you don't want them to know
Yeah,
the identity. Oh, and we forgot to talk about one thing
and
from
what's that one
the
thing?
first episode. Boba Fett's not a Mandalorian. Neither is Jango Fett and canon.
Yeah, but you and I personally think that they're like pretty much Mandalorians.
Yes, but we talked about head canon, and basically we talked about uh, if you don't know, uh, head canon is the idea that you take parts from canon and legends and make it like a better story in your mind, right? Is that what you would say?
Yeah.
And William, you had a perfect example. Do you remember that example?
I had a lot of good examples, but the one that always comes to my head is the Mace Windu one, where General Grievous has like a cough and he's like hunched over in Episode 3, and
Uh-huh.
they never explain that. But in the 2003 Clone Wars, they show Mace Windu crushing General Grievous's chest, even though I don't think that's canon. It's just in my mind it is because they never like explained it otherwise. I don't believe.
Yeah, and that's a perfect example. And I view Jango Fett and Boba Fett as Mandalorians because in Legends, I believe Jango Fett was a Mandalorian, right? And there's a Fett clan too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I, and then Boba Fett becomes Mandalore. So I kind of consider both of them Mandalorians, even though they're technically not and don't have uh uh Beskar armor. They have like Dura steel and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right, so sorry, we can get on to the next episode. I just thought that was a fun
No, no,
thing to
no.
talk
All
about.
good. Um, I. What do you think of the frog character? I personally don't like the frog
I thought it was a
character.
lizard. Oh, it is a frog, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember it was bouncing
Because it
off
was
walls.
jumping. Yeah, yeah, I remember now. It was weird. I thought she was smart for hooking or using the translator on the droid.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was smart too. I actually like that droid. Yeah, I mean, I thought the frog was kind of touch and go in a lot of situations.
What did you say?
I thought the frog was like touch and go in a lot of situations.
Okay, could you explain that for me? Because I don't know what you mean by that.
At certain points, I liked the frog. At certain points, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I
That's
just
what I
haven't
mean.
heard that expression.
I could be using it wrong. I don't know.
No, I just haven't heard it. So you're probably using it right. Do you hear any like wind? Like, do you hear wind at all?
No.
Okay, cool. Um, so I agree with you on the touch and go opinion because she was cool at some points because she did do the translator thing, but then she also act kind of dumb, you
I
know?
mean, that hot tub thing was
That
retarded.
was so dumb. Yes.
You
Okay,
just
so
taking a bath there with all those alien eggs there?
yeah, what did you think about the spider creature?
Scary. Very scary. I
I
was
I
like,
I
this
can't
reminded
help.
me of like face huggers. Like I saw those eggs and I was like, man, that looks like a face hugger pretty much.
You know what I thought about? I just couldn't get this out of my mind. Harry Potter.
The spider scene in the like was it
Uh-huh.
Chamber of Secrets?
Yes, that would be Chamber of Secrets because
Yeah,
the
I know my Harry Pooter.
yeah,
I
yeah
don't.
because that's when yeah, you're right, you're right. Um I it just felt that way and it was really cool to like see that.
Except
But
instead of a wand, there's guns.
yeah, and flamethrowers.
I thought it was pretty exciting.
Yeah,
So I
but
thought
then at
about being
this
in that situation. I was like, bro, how the heck are you gonna get out of this?
but at
Very
the same
suspenseful.
time, that's like a whole like creature's like livelihood. He just destroyed to protect another creature's livelihood.
Hey, you know what? It was a space spider. Who cares? I gotta
He
be
is
honest,
very
dude.
like
Though, okay, well, it's because from his point of view, he's just keeping a promise, right? But like, think about this: if one of those spiders grows to that big, then all of them will. You're doing the
yeah.
universe a service, and if they lay that many eggs, I mean, literally, one of those lands on a planet, it could just destroy a whole planet.
That is very true, but also at the same time, since they live on an icy planet, they might not get the food, so they eat each other.
Fair, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's possible. But what do you think of the X-wings?
X-wings.
We're going to that part now. The X-wings.
Uh, I didn't like I said before, the New Republic has become kind of like the Empire.
I wouldn't say
Um,
that necessarily. When I saw it, I was just like, okay, these guys are just like on patrol. They're space cops
but at the same time, why would you have to patrol that area? Like, I
because they're
understand like
looking
bounty,
for Imperial remnants. I think they said.
but
So
doesn't
like
that
they're looking for Imperials already, and then this ship goes by. So like, hey, can you just like give us this information real quick, and then we'll let you go. And then
but then
he's
at the
like,
sa-
nope.
but then at the same time they're becoming like really controlling by doing that. Like that doesn't seem fair. Like taking
Well, I mean,
someone's
they're trying to
information.
take over the. I mean, they have to take over the vacuum of power as much as they can. You know,
Well, very
and
true. But at the same
I
time,
don't see them as being corrupt though. I see them as just like
well, I
being
don't
on
see him as
patrol.
being corrupt either. But like I just so at the same time,
You
if a
mean just like
cop,
how aggressive they were?
yeah, if a cop pulled you over for no reason and said, "Hey, can we see your light?" or "We're gonna need to know something," blah blah blah, and check your vehicle. Make sure it's not stolen, even though there's um nothing alluding to it being stolen, right? Does that seem very fair?
Well, one thing is this: the Mandalorian goes uses hyperspace everywhere. This probably happens to literally everyone, like who goes in this area. I think it's more like a plus space is different than like driving on the highway or down the road or stuff like that. Because cars don't have guns on them.
Well, tanks do.
But do you see people pulling tanks over?
Well, yeah, that's also true. I guess you could say that.
Literally everything's more militarized because literally you have to be able to protect yourself. You know, and it's
Yeah, but at the same time, you do have to protect yourself, so you
like
should
it's
have
like
a
this,
right.
right? It's like the X-wings show up, right? Because it's kind of they're just patrolling the area. They're on patrol, right? So they're just seeing what this guy's doing here, and he's like, "Oh, I don't need to do this because back in the Imperial days, this and that was like, well, there's a new government in charge, new regulations." He's like, "Oh," it's like, "Okay, just like bring us this thing." I don't know exactly what they're asking for. I think it was just like location stuff, and it's like,
No, it was identification on a ship, so like you could tell the criminal record or whatever.
yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I think that's still um not a big deal if you're just flipping the switch. But like he's like, "Oh, it's not working." That's pretty suspicious. I mean, like, wouldn't you pursue it more? Like,
Yeah,
if this was like just like a regular situation, they just fly next to them, ask for the ping, they'd
yeah,
give it
just
to
a
them,
regular
then he
situation
just
where I'm
leave.
flying my X-wing.
I mean, like, I think
I know
the
what you
reason
mean.
why this got so out of hand is just because he's actually smuggling stuff and he's actually a criminal. you know, if
Yeah,
this was just a regular situation, it'd just be like, oh, there's no reason not to ping or give your location of stuff like that. There's no reason to not to. And they find out that he was there when that officer was killed and that prisoner escaped. So it's probably warranted.
yeah, maybe. But the
No,
Razor
I
Crest
do
is
understand what you mean.
destroyed at the end of the episode.
That's not their fault though.
I know, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna help you."
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
well,
like, hey, we'll give you one thing. Like, they're not gonna help you twice because you're literally a criminal. They only helped him because he stood up for that officer guy.
I hate that. That made me so mad because I was like, "You're literally like the New Republic. You're the new government that gives people hope, and you're literally gonna do that."
Well, yeah, they're letting him go. He's not
Well,
getting
yeah, but at
arrested.
the same time, they're kind of just leaving him there to die.
Well, I'm sure if the Mandalorian like really needed a transport, he would have said something.
Yeah,
Because
I
he
don't
was
know.
able to get it going without them.
And then it's just destroyed, and there's like holes. And I was like, "How is it even supposed to fly?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna repair the windshield." I don't know how we repair the windshield, but we do.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was just a dumb episode and a waste of an episode, in my opinion.
it does seem like it was only 30 minutes also. Where the other
Waste of
one
an
was like,
episode.
yeah, the first episode was like 50 minutes. This was 30.
This was a waste of an episode.
I don't know how many episodes we're actually gonna have. They used like 8, right?
Yeah, I think last season had 8. Did it?
Let me look up how many episodes this is gonna have. I think there was 10 last episode.
Last season?
Yeah, no. I think you were right about 8 for last season. There'd be for the Mandalorian season 2.
All right, William.
There's gonna be like, yeah, there's gonna be only 8 episodes.
That stinks.
Yeah, I mean they better get it going because it was kind of like just like one of those like side things where it's like, well, like it's bringing them. He's about to, I guess, find out about Mandalorians. The whole situation seems really fishy though, because how did that ant creature, which we did talk about how they're introducing new aliens and how they're doing a really good job. That alien
Uh-huh.
thing looked really cool. The
That
ant
alien
one,
thing did look cool. I will give you that. I will agree with you on that.
but like it's kind of suspicious. Like you show up and he's like, "Oh, I know a guy who knows Mandalorians. Just pay my debt." I was like, "Man, you're getting scammed." Then all of a sudden, this frog lady says, "Yeah, my husband's seen him. Just take me to him, and he'll tell you." Sounds fishy. I mean,
Yeah, that does sound kind of strange. But is it going to be the Death Watch or is it going to be the actual Mandalorians?
I think I think Death Watch is the Mandalorians now.
You think?
I think so because the only Mandalorians were Death Watch at that point, and they're the ones you saved. Was it Din Djarin? So wouldn't
Oh,
he be?
Death Watch is the ones that saved him?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I feel like the insignia on their arms. I think it was Death Watch.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Mandalorians besides Death Watch. So, like, if anything, I think they're all. It's just not Death Watch
But
anymore. It's just like Mandalorians.
didn't Sabine save Death or defeat Death Watch?
You know what? There's a lot of. I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I'm so confused.
Yeah, what even is a Mandalorian anymore?
Boba Fett's not one. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone that's a punching bag.
Yeah.
Um, Getting off track. You should really play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes again.
Yeah.
So they're coming out with the update on the 24th. Okay, for anybody that hasn't played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, they're making it really easy to start because they're coming out with an update, I think on the 24th, where you get twice as many farms, making it twice as fast to farm characters, which has been a big problem because it's been like anti-free to play for a long time. And this is allowing like
People to get
big
into it more.
improvements. Uh-huh. So what do you want to talk about next?
Well, we decided to talk about our favorite Jedis and why.
Okay, so I think I know yours. You really, for some reason, really, What's
Well, we'll see if you
William's?
get this right. You might get one of my favorites. I don't know if you will get my actual favorite.
This isn't. I don't think this is William's favorite, but William really likes Kiadi Mundi.
Kiadi Mundi. What a legend. He's not my favorite, but he's one of my
And another one of
top.
William's favorites is Crook, which I agree with
Krug,
strongly.
dude. He is. I've only seen him in one thing ever where he gets beat up by John Grievous, but he's really cool looking. I mean,
Yeah, and he like survives past Luke's Jedi Order. It's just crazy.
well, he's not canon anymore.
I think he's canon.
Is he?
Maybe
don't even
not.
know.
I don't know.
Is Shaggy canon? That's the real question.
I don't think so.
That's a mistake.
Shaggy is basically one of the Jedi that was on the original cartoon that just instantly got killed.
Yep. I mean, my top. Okay, let me go over my top
Wait, no,
five
no,
Jedi
no, no,
here.
no. Okay, give me a second. I still am thinking. So I have a suspicion on one. I'm just not gonna say it, or I might try to say it. Your brother's favorite is Obi-Wan, which is
Yeah.
reasonable. But I think mine is narrowed down to three for you. Kit Fisto, Plo Koon, and Qui-Gon. Yes or no?
All very good, but not my favorite.
Oh, okay. Then say your top five then.
My top. Okay, I may go higher than 5. Let's see here. My top. Okay, my number 1 is Ram Koda.
Ram Koda. I've heard that.
He's the guy from Force Unleashed, who's Galen Merrick's master, or Starkiller's master.
Oh, I
Besides
know
Darth
what you're
Vader,
talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
the guy is like, hey, I don't trust clone troopers. I don't think they're as efficient as having my own militia. So he didn't get killed by clone troopers. It's so he couldn't get Order 66 because he didn't have any clone troopers in his army. And it's like, bro, that's how. And then also when he gets beat up by Starkiller and gets blinded, he's pretty much was it Kanan Jarrus
Yeah.
before Kanan Jarrus existed. So yeah, that's my number 1. My number 2. My number 2 would be Starkiller. I don't think I have to explain why.
I forgot you really like Starkiller.
Yeah, I like those non-canon characters.
You like those overpowered people.
Yeah. But then my number 3, my number 4, and my number 5, I think are kind of interchangeable.
Wait. I know your actual favorite.
What's my actual favorite?
You're actually lying about your number 1.
Am I?
Yeah, I know your actual favorite.
Oh, what is it?
I'm gonna die.
Ooh, I'm gonna die. That guy's pretty cool, but he's definitely not my favorite.
I know, I was just kidding.
It's almost as good as Shaggy, for sure. But my 3, 4, and 5 are kind of interchangeable. Depending on the day, they could be different. It's Kifitso or Kitfitzo. Kiadi Mundi, and then Plo Koon. Those 3 could be in any of those spots.
Yeah.
And if I had to choose a 6, it'd be Qui-Gon. If I had to choose a 7, it'd be Kakaruk. Now, if you can tell, majority of my favorites all have green lightsabers.
You like the Force wielders?
No, I dislike green lightsabers.
Yeah, that's what it means, though, that you're
Yeah,
stronger
I
with
don't
the
care what it
Force.
means. I only like that it's a green lightsaber.
How is Obi-Wan not in your top 7? Gosh. Big
I mean,
fan.
I don't know. Maybe it's because my brother likes him so much that I don't.
Obi-Wan really, like, he's one of the best Star Wars characters. Like, I've always been like,
Yeah,
people are always like,
he's one
yeah,
of the best, but
Obi-Wan's
not my
so
favorite.
cool. Yeah, I get what you mean because everybody's like, Obi-Wan's so cool, and that makes you hate him a little bit more. But he is really cool.
Yeah. Now, What's your favorites? I
Wait,
can't
you
even
only went to
begin to guess.
7.
Oh, you want me to go 10? Okay. Let me just think off the top of my head. Crook is 7. Qui-Gon is 6. 8? If I had to choose an 8. Let's see here. I'd probably choose Saucy Tin.
Is that the guy with the horn face or whatever?
He's the other guy. The second guy gets killed by Palpatine.
Oh, so he does have the horns. He's like red and has horns.
No. Oh, no, mind. Is he the first guy to die?
No,
No.
Kit Fisto is no,
No, Kifitzo's the
no.
third
The
to die. I'm
first,
pretty sure
yeah,
Agent Kalor is the Red Horn.
yeah.
He gets
No,
killed first. Yes.
no.
Yes.
Yes, he's the first one to get killed, but
Saucy Tin is
it's
my
the one with the
right.
horns.
Yeah, the one with like the side horns. He's not the one
Yeah,
with like the no,
yeah.
not like the sharp
Zavrak
things
or
on his head.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay. We just had a misunderstanding.
Yeah. We didn't know what the definition of horns was.
Yeah, just too many horns.
Too many horns in Star Wars. If I had to go to a number 9, let's see here. Number 9. Trying to think. I'm trying to go through all my information here. There's Clone Wars. There's 2003 Clone Wars. There's movies. Oh, what's his name? Man, I don't know why, but I can't remember his name.
What does he look like?
I'm having a vision here. I can't describe him in the best way. Let's see here. I'm having a force vision here. You gotta give me a second here to contemplate it. Fine. Obi-Wan's my number 9. I'm gonna make him my number 9. He's gotta be in the top 10. I forgot he existed for a second. And my number 10, I don't like Ahsoka.
Why don't you? Oh, because the last season of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You said that before, and I haven't seen the last season. I'm gonna try to rewatch all the other ones before I watch this one. But who's your number 10?
It's hard to think of a number 10, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to think of that many you've already
Like on
said.
the spot. For now, I'll say Mace Windu.
I don't like Mace Windu after watching the Clone Wars.
I like Samuel Jackson.
That's true.
Alright, your turn. Better have 10.
Number 1, Plo Koon.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I just like him. He's just like a really calm person and like very like I don't know, very direct and also like very knowledgeable.
I may change the later half of my list depending on what your answers are. Just in case you bring in someone I forgot about. Continue.
So I'd have to say next is Obi-Wan. Just because Obi-Wan is such a good character in general.
And these are only Jedi we're talking about.
And I really like Grievous.
Grievous isn't a Jedi.
I know, I really like Grievous in general and like how powerful he was. So the fact that Obi-Wan defeated him makes me like Obi-Wan a lot more.
Okay.
That's my reasoning. Kit Fisto?
Hey. Best water combat Jedi.
Uh-huh. Trying to think.
Oh, crap.
Okay, what?
Okay, so Obi-Wan's my number 10. Revan's my number
Oh, I
6.
forgot about.
I forgot about Revan. Okay,
Rev-
so Revan's right after. Okay, it goes for me. I'm just gonna redo it real quick. Number 1 is Romco. Number 2, Star Killer. Number 3, Kifitso. Number 4, Kiadimundi. Number 5, Plo Koon. Number 6 is Revan. Number 7 is Qui-Gon. Number 8 is Kukrook. Then, was it Obi-Wan? The mixed one too. Did I accidentally take someone on my list? It doesn't matter. The point is Revan's in it, because I forgot about him.
My list so far has been Plo Koon, Obi-Wan, Kit Fisto, and I'm going to put Revan at number 4. I can't believe we forgot about him. He's like such a...
That's
so
who
cool.
I was thinking of. And I was like, bro, I can't remember his name. I was like, what the heck?
5. Anakin is number 5. I really do like Anakin, just like his whole like persona. Like he's very
I do like Anakin. I wouldn't put him on my top favorite though.
I just like how he's so different from most of the Jedi. Like he's so
he
like
actually feels.
Yeah.
Because he's also like human feelings.
And he's also like a really good foil to Obi-Wan.
Well, I think Obi-Wan's supposed to be a foil for Anakin.
Well, yeah, that's very true. I think that's correct. Qui-Gon. What am I at? I'm at 6.
Maybe.
Shakti.
Really? Why is she on? Explain that one to me.
Okay, so Shakti is like, she just seems really cool because she was one of the like main trainers of the clones, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was the one that basically got the clones ready, and I think that's really cool. As well as like in the one episode of like the Bat, I'm rewatching the Clone Wars, and I just I watched an episode a while ago of the Bad Batch, and basically like the bounty hunters have 2 different opinions. Like, oh no, you should just throw them out and put them in maintenance, and then the other ones are like, oh no, you should give them another try. And Shakti is just like, it's really cool because she's doesn't seem to lean either way. You know, she's like
gonna be objective.
Yeah, she's just like takes herself out of the situation and like, I don't know, she just seems very wise, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, even when the guy like cheats and takes away like what their grappling hooks, she's like,
well, they have to figure a way out. That's the point.
Yeah.
And they do. And I think that makes you a better Jedi, you know? Not just realizing the situation is always going to be consistent, but realizing
and she has like 3 different deaths. I don't know which one's Kin.
Yeah, because there's the one with Grievous, and then
there's one with Starkiller. Starkiller kills her one time, and then there's like, I don't even remember. And there's like a 3rd one.
Of all the female Jedi, I think she's my favorite one.
I would say she's my favorite female Jedi. Oh, am I sexist because there's not a female Jedi on my list?
No, just because most of them are male, I'd have to say that.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily true. It's just we only see male.
That's true.
Jedi.
That is very true.
Jocasta Nu is pretty cool, actually.
Yes, but I like Shakti better. Huh.
Is she number 7 or is it 8?
I don't remember. It gets very hard once you get to like 7 or 8.
Yeah, now you know how I feel. That's why I was taking a while.
Did I say
my dog's fucking up to me.
Qui-Gon, right?
You did say Qui-Gon already.
Crap.
I think you're in your number 8, actually. I could be wrong, though.
I'd have to say, what's his name? Even Kalor?
Oh, really? Him?
Yeah, just because he was such a great duelist. Like, he was supposed to be able to...
Oh, yeah, all 4 of them were supposed to be able to do stuff.
Well, yeah, that's very true. Isn't Mace Windu Battle Master?
Yeah.
Well, I don't like Mace Windu. He's a jerk. So he's not on my list, so I put him. I'm looking through a list right now. I
The
don't.
reason why I put Saucy Tin on mine is because in 2003 one, he literally boards a ship.
I think you showed me that. He's cool. Kukuruk
To
is like
Crook.
my 8th or 9th, whatever we're going by.
Dang, I think my dog just threw up. That's bad.
I don't know who else to put on. I guess Yoda, and then if I have another one, I'll put Kiadi Mundi, even though
Oh,
I know nothing about
I
him.
got this. Listen to this. Count Dooku when he was a good guy.
I was gonna
Hey,
say that actually. I was thinking about that because I do like his philosophy of like, hey, even though I'm not, there's no Sith around. I still have to prepare in case there are Sith around.
pretty much. Well, I find it really interesting the master Padawan relationship because you have Yoda who trained, well, pretty much trains everyone, right? But like he was Count Dooku's master,
Yes.
and then Qui-Gon's master was Count Dooku, and then
Yes.
Obi-Wan's master was Qui-Gon, and then Anakin's master is Obi-Wan. Therefore, Starkiller's great grandmaster was Count Dooku.
That's
There
pretty
you go.
funny.
No, but no. What I'm saying is like the way I think Count Dooku when he was light side for sure would be like really good. Like I
Mhm.
just because like the way Qui-Gon turned out and the way Obi-Wan turned out, just because Anakin didn't turn out too well doesn't mean anything. It was a
Yeah. Um,
2 times out of 5 they turned to Sith.
Dooku's one of the people that would have been good in any situation. Like, if he was a Jedi, he would have been a good Jedi. If, when he was a Sith, he was a good Sith.
Hey, explain to me why Anakin can't use lightning, Force lightning.
Oh, and Vader?
Yeah, it's because of all the technology in him.
Yes, and Sidious did that on purpose. So um, he has a harder time to take the throne, or he has a harder time to defeat Sidious.
Mm.
So he's weak to Force Lightning, and Force Lightning is Sidious's main attack.
Well, Sidious kills himself twice with Force lightning, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
Well, no,
Um,
the 3 times you see Sidious lose, it's because he uses Force lightning on himself.
yeah,
Like
there's the
that's in every trilogy, he beats himself with lightning. He does it once for every 3 movies, and they're all
You're
in the
right.
final of the 3.
I was trying to remember the third one, and it's in the third trilogy. I don't count that one.
But like, this man did it 3 times. Does he never learn? Like, he literally disfigures himself in the first time, right? Then he accidentally kills himself the second time. And the third time, his clone literally kills himself.
That is true.
This man. Okay, I lost all respect for Palpatine. This man is only. This. How do you beat Yoda, kill Savage, and beat up Darth Maul, but kill yourself with lightning? I see. I don't know.
I don't know either, but he was a really good Sith.
Hey, what's your number 10?
I thought I had another.
Oh, my bad. Did you already say it, or?
You know what? I thought my number 10 was Kiadi Mundi.
Oh, yeah, my
And then
bad.
I thought you were going to convince me why Kiadi Mundi is the best Jedi or whatever.
Oh, he's such big brain.
Very true.
He has the biggest brain. I mean,
That is
he
true.
yeah. So hey, actually, let me get your input on this. So you know how in my Pokemon series, right?
Okay, now we're
I
transitioning to. Well, let me explain to everyone.
wait.
William,
Pause for a second. Okay, Continue.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, William is doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke on Omega
Extreme
Ruby.
randomizer.
Oh
Nuzlocke.
yes, Extreme
Come on now.
Randomizer Nuzlocke. And if you haven't been watching it and you're watching this video, I recommend after this video or after you watch this or listen to this or whatever you're doing, watch that and give it a like and comment on it.
Yeah.
But William kind of stinks at
I stink
Nuzlocke.
at what? Huh? Oh, you know what? I just, I don't know if you saw the one I posted today.
I did.
Yo, you watched me struggle against a Munchlax? That was the
In all
stupidest
fairness,
crap.
Munchlax is pretty good.
Dude, how do you have slack off? It's like, how much, like, was it points or PP? How much does slack off have?
Oh,
Because that was, like, too much.
I don't know.
I'm just going this right now because I'm actually angry.
So you know what? I I realized when Link evolved, he still hasn't evolved again, right?
Yeah, no, he hasn't evolved.
What the heck? I don't know when he's gonna evolve. But
Who knows, man? Level
when
50.
he evolved, all the moves you have are no longer stab moves. Do you know what that means?
What does that mean?
So you get a multiplier for if your Pokemon is the same type as the move.
Oh yeah, and also Mudkip's ability was if he has lower health, his water attacks do more. But now
Yeah.
he doesn't have that.
Yeah, but he has a good ability, I thought.
Yeah, Shed Skin. Oh, that's actually really good. Because he has Shed Skin now.
And what level is your Rattata again?
My rat is
Yeah.
level, I think, 16 when I left off.
You need to get it to 20 so it'll evolve, or maybe you don't want to get it to 20.
Revolves into a Car Blast.
You should have really kept your Mudkip. If you can't get an Everstone that early, but if you get a Pokemon you really like, put an Everstone on it, even if it's
Well,
like.
you can also just hit B, but I didn't know what it was going to evolve into.
That's true. There's always a random, but if it's like a really decent Pokemon, you might just want to put a. You just might want to cancel Evolution or get an Everstone.
If my rat turns into a Metapod, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah, but that's not bad because it's not that high of a level to evolve. That'd be okay.
That would be okay.
It would
But
be really bad. You got like one of the worst situations because it's a trade evolution. You have to trade it with a specific Pokemon or whatever. So you really do not know the level.
yeah, I have no idea. So, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully level 20. That'd be perfect if it was level 20. But I don't know. Maybe because it's a second evolution, maybe it's like 25 or something. I don't know.
That'd be
But
crazy.
what I wanted to bring up is that so the sad moments where I played that song and then
Uh-huh.
yeah, I was thinking of using Order 66 next time.
I don't know. I really liked the music from the other one.
I think it is pretty fitting because it's just like
Okay, if all your Pokemon die in one video, you need to do like a Order 66 thing.
and then do a montage. Well, actually, at the very
Yeah.
end, after I finish the series, I'm gonna do a montage of all the
Yeah,
deaths.
that would be pretty funny if you did that.
Yeah, that's what I plan doing. If I get like if one episode I just lose completely, I'm just gonna like stop the video and just make the montage and put it at the end, and
Or
just
if
be
like
like,
one
okay,
Pokemon beats your whole team, like if a Rayquaza shows up, it's like,
dude.
yep.
I don't know why, but that Lucario and then that Munchlax.
Well, Munchlax has like high health and high defense, so he's a pretty decent pre-evolution.
Oh yeah, so I looked up how much PP Slackoff has 17.
Holy crap!
So that Munchlax could have done that 17 times. 17 times. Like what? I mean, that's. I mean, I killed it, so I mean, hey, I mean, it worked out. But are you still there?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
So, one recommendation. If you guys have Disney Plus, a good movie to watch. I know this is an older movie, but The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Okay, I have a recommendation of my own. It's an old movie, but it's really good. It's called Old Yeller. It's on Disney Plus.
You know, I have a recommendation of my own. It's called uh Tom Sawyer, or is it Huck
Oh,
Finn? That's on
I
Disney
think
Plus.
well, no, I'm actually serious about the Old Yeller thing though. Like, I'm joking, but like, I think that's a really good. I think it's a
Yeah, I
really good
would.
movie.
It is actually a really good movie. I was joking about the
Yeah,
Huck
Tom
Finn.
Sawyer. Yeah, let's not make people watch that.
But Sorcerer's Apprentice, in my opinion, has the best form of magic. Like, I know you and I don't really care for magic, but it's better than Harry Potter, in my opinion, because I like the approach of like it's half science, half like
I
magic.
think I've seen it. Isn't that the one where like the
N-
spoilers? Real
Nick
quick.
Cage.
Nick Cage is like stuck in a
Yeah,
pot.
that's all you need to know, Nick Cage.
Stuck in a pot. Yeah.
Uh, so
Oh, yeah, and they rip
yeah,
off Fantasia, right?
yeah. But
Hey,
it has the coolest version of magic. And I
isn't it like a
mm,
ring-based thing or something? Or am
yeah,
I wrong?
but it's like so you manipulate re or you manipulate reality through like molecules actually, and it's really cool.
Hmm.
And it's like, oh wow, that's actually like a kind of scientific way of doing magic, which I kind of like. So that's my favorite form of magic, more than Harry Potter, more than anything. I just like that.
Hey, so that's a
Why
good
did
recommendation.
Yeah, it's not the best movie, but I think you should watch it. So why did you recommend your movie, William?
Well, Old Yeller is a classic movie that involves the love of a dog and his family. Really
Is it
shows.
is it actually on Disney Plus?
Yeah, it is. Literally, the day I got Disney Plus, I watched that movie because I actually really like Old Yeller. I mean,
I might actually watch it.
because I mean, I think it's a really good movie. I think it it shows because they have a originally the family hates the dog, but then they love the dog, and then something sad happens at the end. I don't know if you can spoil the other, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to, just in case some poor soul who's watching your thing doesn't know.
Um. Okay. So if you're listening and if you made it this far, you just skipped ahead. Comment video ideas for us to do. And once like the world becomes normal, which may be never, we never may have movie theaters again, and movies come out, would you guys like us to review movies on the podcast?
That'd be pretty epic, in my opinion.
I
But
think
my
that'd be
opinion doesn't
really cool.
matter. It doesn't
All
matter
right.
what we think, Lincoln.
I
We are
know.
puppets. But so if you guys like the video, make sure to like and subscribe.
And watch Williams Nuzlocke on him, like a Ruby.
Yeah, don't
Extreme
watch my other
randomized Nuzlocke.
videos. Just my Pokemon. That's what Lincoln does. He doesn't
Yeah.
watch my videos.
I watched the podcast, but all right, so
Hey, we'll see
I'll
you
see
guys
you
next
guys
time.
next week.
All right.